What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm your host, Matt Southwell, and joining me this week is Ashley Dye and Dan Gilbert.
Gents?
Is that back to front?
I don't know if there's not really a set order that we do it, is it?
Do you not have a preference of which one of you feels deserves to be first?
Nah.
No.
Mix it up.
No.
Keep it fresh.
I'm trying to get you to argue.
No.
No? Okay.
Not on a Sunday.
I've been given some feedback that sometimes our intro is a little long, so we're going to go very straight into it. I'm just going to go straight through everything. The Game of the Week show is a weekly show that the three of us do, where we get together every Monday to talk about the latest news topics in the video game industry. We do not stalk them, just to clarify. We also then talk about
a
little bit of stalking, but nothing that anyone else doesn't do on the internet anyway. Checking people's Facebooks and whatnot. We also talk about the game releases for that week, for picking our favourite games of the week. So if you like that, all of our information about Facebook, Twitter, our website are all in the description down below, so check those out. So the news this week, guys, we'll start off with the one that everyone gets excited for. Free games, although not technically free because we pay £40 a year, but pretty much free.
It still feels like
It
kind
pays
of free.
for itself.
It does. It does pay life for itself. And then when people say that it doesn't and the games are shit, I get really angry at those people because they're morons. But yeah. Rocket League is up first on the PS4, which looks like a really fun game. I remember talking about this game when it was first revealed.
Yeah.
It's football in cars.
Mm.
You guys excited for this one?
It does look good. I remember us looking at this when it was first shown quite a while ago. What was it on previously?
Oh no, it was this. It was PS4, but it was just
That was
the reveal.
That was the reveal. Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking it was on something else, but when we talked about this, we said that it would make a good game for us to all play.
Yeah.
I think it puts a different spin on your normal FIFA games. It's just something a bit different, isn't it?
It's not like FIFA at all.
You've
You've got to put a ball in the net, I suppose. So yeah.
Exactly, it's just like FIFA.
Just like FIFA.
Yeah.
You can tell who the football fan in the room is. So yeah, that's up on PS4. We've actually got 4 games in total for PS4. We've also got Styx Master of Shadows, which looks like a kind of stealth action game with some RPG elements. Don't really know too much about it other than the fact that you're a goblin. So that's quite cool.
What's not to love?
Exactly, everyone loves goblins.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. It's for these people that are always talking about, we're only getting indie games and stuff. Like, this looks what they would consider a more proper game.
Yeah.
Kind of more like a lower budget kind of FIFA style game.
Yeah.
But that's their opinions, and they're wrong. We've also got 2 more on the PS4, which we'll go through, which is Mousecraft and Entwined. Both of these are actually cross-buy with PS3 and Vita, respectively. And I thought these ones looked pretty cool as well. Mousecraft, cool little puzzle game. And Entwined, didn't really know what was going on, but it kind of looked pretty.
Yeah, I think Mousecraft seems quite sort of puzzlish, doesn't it? I think it's
It strikes me as someone's basically taken Lemmings and Tetris and shoved them together.
it is. It was very Tetrisy.
Yeah.
I don't know where all these words are coming from.
Yeah, Tetrisy and
Puzzlish.
Puzzlish.
Sounds like you fit into the categories of Entwined. You might look pretty, but you have no idea what's going on. Can't have it all your way.
I know.
So yeah, a pretty good showing for PS4. 4 games. Happy with all of those.
Definitely.
I think Rocket League is the standout one, though, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one that I'm most excited for. And you're going to agree with me, because it's not worth your interest to disagree. So yeah, we mentioned Mousecraft is on PS3. The other PS3 game is Rain, which people should make sure to not confuse with Heavy Rain, like I did. I got really excited thinking, oh yes, this game's amazing, and then remembered that no, it's Heavy Rain that's amazing. This game is similar sort of thing. It's a weird sort of mystery game, but not quite as... That's all I know about it.
A weird mystery game.
Yep, a weird mystery game. Nothing like those simple, easy to understand mystery games.
Yeah. This is the sort of...
The mysterious mystery game.
This is the ghosty boy, is it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be a girl.
I
don't judge people on gender.
I think it's a boy following a girl, and it looks very good. It's well done, I think, with the people walking around in the rain. I'm not really helping here, am I? I'm not selling it.
It looks really good.
Sorry.
With those people
This
walking
game,
around.
this game
in the
is set in the rain with a boy stalking a girl.
Hang on. I just can't think of the words to describe it.
It's okay. That's why we have overlays so people can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then closing out the second game on the Vita is Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions. And I'm happy for this. Twin stick shooter. Pretty happy.
What twin stick shooter are you not happy with?
I'm pretty sure there's some very bad ones out there. But I've played Geometry Wars. I mean, it's no Resogun. I'm not going to pretend that it's...
I wish I'd put money on the words Resogun coming out, or word
I haven't-
Resogun coming out.
Yeah, it's one word.
Okay.
Yeah.
One word only. Only needs to be one. Just like its position at the top of PS4 games of all time. Number one. We haven't talked about Resogun for a while. It has been a while.
What's next?
So we've got some Resogun DLC. We haven't got any DLC. But yeah, so that's your lineup for PlayStation Vita. All going live tomorrow. So
Yeah.
if you're watching this on the day it goes up, Monday, then make sure you very quickly go and download last month's games before it's too late.
Yeah.
There was a couple of good ones on there. Metal Gear is Ground Zeroes is the one that comes to mind. I
Yeah.
can't remember all the others, but
Yeah. Metal Gear Ground Zeroes is on there. I can't think what else was on there now.
that's all I've played.
But I did go in and at least added them
Yeah,
to my
add
library.
them to your library. No
Yeah.
excuse not to.
You have to
And if
download
you don't
them
have
straight away.
PlayStation Plus, get on it.
Yeah. And it's more than
And
just...
start questioning your life decisions as well. We'll move on then to the second item this week. And is it possible that Nintendo's NX console could be coming next year?
It seems likely, I would say, yeah.
It does seem likely.
It does seem likely.
If we're going to believe Digitimes, they've issued a report basically saying that Nintendo have been visiting their manufacturers out in China, and that they've actually even asked for a prototype issue of the console to be made by no later than October, and that it's actually going to hit mass production in May next year with a summer release window. So summer 2016 is... Dan, it doesn't scream console release time unless the only way I can think of it is if they come over to E3 and go, here's our console. Oh, and by the way, you can pre-order it now. It's out next week. Boom, mic drop.
That's the only way that would work,
Yeah.
or seem to work, because most people don't go buying consoles in the summer because they're too busy being outdoors.
Well, that's why we don't see game releases in the summer. You know, game releases are so scarce. You know, June, July, and August. It's only later.
Yeah,
Unless
pick
they're
up,
thinking,
so-
unless that's another thing of their line of thinking of. There's almost nothing else out at this time. This is this is the clearest window for us to launch something which people will actually be interested.
They get, if they release it in July, they get a 2-month period of their console releasing new games, like have a really strong launch lineup, have Mario, have Zelda, have Metroid. They're 3, not cornerstones. Well, I suppose it could be cornerstones.
Yeah.
You'd want normally to be a 4th one to make a cornerstone, but corner triangle.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, there's nothing else they're competing with, so they could... I think, basically, if you're a Nintendo fan, though, you're going to buy it anyway. Like, the people...
Yeah, that's true.
Nintendo fans are...
Loyal.
They are very loyal. That's a polite way of putting it.
I personally think, for a start, I don't think it's going to come out then, but it might. But I would say it's quite unlikely. And like you say, I think the only way it would is if it was on the back of E3. I think what I'm expecting from this console is... We've talked about this many times before, where Nintendo are very much in this sector of a specific sort of type of game. I've always never really associated them as the games you get on PS4 and Xbox are not the games you get on Nintendo.
No, Nintendo
that's clear.
They have their games.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering if this is going to be a much more well-established console. By the sounds of it, it's going to be a lot more powerful, I think. And I think maybe they might consider going down the road of the sort of type of games, the type of genre games that we see from the PS4 and the Xbox One, potentially.
I think you're
I know
going to
you
be
don't.
further from the truth, personally. I see what you're saying. That's obviously where the success is.
Yeah.
But I think the problem they have is third-party support, getting it back. It's so difficult. It's been a long road where, they were so successful back in the SNES days that they actually weren't letting third-party release on their console. And now they need them. And I don't know. I think personally that this console, if it's going to be anything, there was a Q&A with their CEO this same week as well, where he basically said, "Oh, don't worry, we're not going to be dropping support of the Wii U or the 3DS when the NX does come out." And I think that's very telling, saying both Wii U and 3DS. It's like, well, if this is the successor to the Wii U, how does that affect the 3DS? Unless it's going to be like a hybrid console. You're going to take the Wii U, you're going to have the tablet, but it's all going to be a bit more powerful, and you'll be able to pick up that tablet and take the game from your TV onto the tablet and just walk out the door and then carry on playing the exact same game, rather than having a 3DS version and a Wii U version. The same game you'll be able to take on the move, and that's where their success is, handheld.
Yeah.
But you then have the luxury of it being on a big screen as well. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think so. So we've got very conflicting thoughts on what it might be.
How much are we betting on this? Dan can be the adjudicator on making sure it is
a game.
A game.
We'll bet a game.
What kind of game?
Well, no, I'll buy you a game.
Oh,
like a game.
Yeah. Nothing more exciting like a stake bet or anything.
A stake bet.
Yeah.
When I put stake at stake.
Basically, when I'm right, you'll take me out for a lovely romantic steak meal. And if you're right, I'll take you out for a romantic steak meal.
Okay, that sounds like a better deal.
Yeah. Plus, it's going to be the summer, apparently, so there'll be nice games anyway.
We'll see who's closer to the actual console.
Unless you want to throw in your hat into the window. Hat into the window? Yeah. Just throw it into the window. Hat into the ring with a different one, or do you want to back either of us up? You got any other?
I don't have any differing thoughts.
Yeah,
at the moment.
It's his polite way of saying I'm right.
I'm right on the fence. No, he said I'm right on the fence.
I'll give it some thought and maybe come back to you next week.
Okay. We'll move on then now to some Last of Us news. So it's possible that we could be seeing The Last of Us 2 sometime in the near future. Our dear friend Nolan North, Ash, he's your best friend, is he?
Why is he my best friend?
Well, why would he not be?
You spend a lot of time with him.
Yeah. Nolan North?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, no, he's a good man. We're good buddies.
Yeah, you play golf together, do you?
No.
You know who he is?
No. What? I don't even know where you're going with this.
What? Nolan North? It's not a joke. Nolan North? Nathan Drake? The voice of Nathan Drake?
Yeah. Why what's that got to do with golf?
Never mind. I was asking.
So that's a joke that fell flat.
It was a joke that fell flat on the face.
I've really got no idea. You're like, it's going straight in my head right now.
Seems like a lot of things are.
I got the Nathan Drake bit. I was just like, I don't really know what's golf got to do with it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track.
We'll explain the joke after filming.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Nolan North, he came out, or he was at a conference this week, and he was holding a Q&A with his fans, and he, when asked about any other projects he might be doing with Naughty Dog, other than, obviously, Uncharted 4, he said, I know they're doing a Last of Us 2, but my character in The Last of Us, spoiler, kind of had an untimely demise.
Yeah.
So, they are doing a Last of Us 2. That's pretty definitive, I would say, on the scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah,
according to him, yes.
But then Troy Baker, when he was asked about this question, he was a bit more, even if it was true, he's not going to agree, is he? Mm. But he says, I know nothing, I don't know if we're going to do another one or not. But if we do, I trust everyone at Naughty Dog to tell the story that needs to be told. So, two conflicting things. Maybe, obviously, Troy Baker's answered how you should answer no matter what. Maybe Nolan North has let it slip, just by mistake.
I think it's fair to say they would be silly not to.
Yeah.
I think it makes commercial sense from a business point of view to make another one. I mean, it's one of the biggest games of all time. It's got a...
There'll be a second one.
There will.
Yeah.
There's got to be.
But what you potentially could take from that is that Naughty Dog haven't approached Troy Baker about reprising his role because they're going to tell a different story set in the same thing, so they don't actually need the voice of Joel.
That's possible, yeah.
Which is why he's like, no one...
But because...
that is very much a company line that he said.
Yeah.
But it could also be the truth.
Yeah.
In the sense of, I don't know anything because no one's approached me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Which could very well be...
that is true.
Something that's going on.
We don't know if his saying I know nothing is because he's
been told
the good company, playing the good game of unannounced stuff, or because he actually hasn't been told.
Yeah.
I would like, if we do have a Last of Us 2, actually almost to have a different story.
Yeah.
Because I think anything they can do after that story now would... I mean, I'm sure it would still be great, but I liked the story as it was.
Yeah.
Let's now, if the whole world is like this, let's have another story just as good as that, but...
Elsewhere.
Yeah. I don't know what you would do.
No, I was actually just drifting off thinking about Fallout and just thinking that potentially Fallout could be have similarities, I think, to The Last of Us in terms of the story. I was just sort of thinking about that really, and with the dog and everything like that. Sorry, I'm just...
I always drift off to think about Fallout 4. It's going to be so good. It is going to be so good.
Standard 5 minutes of my day every day, yeah.
I'm lucky if it's only 5 minutes. Let's go on to something that I'm sure you will appreciate, Ash, being the PlayStation Sony fanboy that you are.
Yeah.
Although at least you have an Xbox.
I do have an Xbox.
Unlike this one over here. Who doesn't have one? Nah, I'm going to keep winding you up until you buy one. I'm basically bullying you into buying an Xbox.
It is. It's always a case of at what time on the clock will it be mentioned?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I lasted quarter of an hour before mentioning it today. I think that's pretty good going.
Yeah.
Although
you made it to topic 4.
That was probably a slightly less subtle way of going about it. But yes, in Europe, it's been revealed by Sony Europe that their PS4 console doing pretty well. They have at least 70% market share in every single European country. Well, probably not every single, but every single country in which they are selling.
Yeah.
And in some countries, even as high as 90% market share. So it's pretty much a bloodbath in Europe for PlayStation versus Xbox. So not necessarily hugely surprising, because even the PS3 was more successful than the 360 in Europe. But obviously the UK, the 360 used to do better. And on this, it's got at least 70% is PlayStation 4 now. So
I'm not overly surprised, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm really not. From having both, I'm still very much PS4 is always my preference. A couple of things in terms of it is designed really for gaming, whereas I think the Xbox does have other capabilities and other features, but
which makes it better because it still has gaming as well, but it does all these extra things.
Yeah, but I just don't think to the same standard personally. I find the Xbox quite clunky in order to maneuver through menus and things.
Yeah, well, you don't have Kinect, do you?
No.
Yeah, so the UI is very much designed to use Kinect.
Okay.
So because you were cheap and got the Kinectless version.
Look, but no, at least I bought it.
Did you?
What? Okay, I didn't. I was
going to say, I'm pretty sure it was a present, wasn't it?
What I mean is, at least I've got it. That's what I meant.
So basically what we're saying is, Ash's friends and family care for him more than Dan's friends and family. Oh, if your family's watching, Dan, can you please buy him an Xbox?
Take pity on this man.
Look at what's happening to this poor boy.
Being bullied every week. Make it stop, Mum.
So yeah, I think basically everyone still remembers Microsoft's initial reveal, and I'm pretty sure if you went up to a casual gamer on the street, they probably wouldn't be aware of all the improvements that Microsoft have made since. And if I was a gamer buying a console now, irrespective of my slight Xbox fanboyism from future days, I'm playing PS4 now predominantly, but if I looked at the two consoles, backwards compatibility, the lineup they've got this year versus the lineup that PS4 has, it's a no-brainer to which one you're going to buy.
Yes, I won't disagree that I think it's
right
changing
now
a little bit. I think it is. I think PS4 have had a good run, and I think there is the time now where potentially I think the Xbox is going to narrow the gap.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be new people buying their first console for the first time. I think it's going to be people that have maybe already bought the PS4 and gone, well, now's actually a pretty good time to own that second console.
It is,
£300, I can get 2 games with it as well. At like £50 a pop. That's basically the console for £200.
And when have we got the new Halo coming out?
October 27th, I think it is.
Yeah, see that. I think that's the game that's gonna be a game changer.
A game changer. Yeah, well, the PS4 they've got is the Uncharted collection, which is great if you were only on 360 last time round. But other than that, let's move on. Let's make fun of someone other than Dan now. Let's make fun of the Australians for a little bit. So it's been discovered this week that Australia's government they've always been known. I'm sure we've talked about this before about them banning a game. A lot.
Well, I think it feels like we've talked about it.
We've definitely talked about it a couple of times before.
Yeah.
But yeah, over the last 4 months, they have banned in total 220 games.
Wow.
Which, okay, let's take into context that probably a lot of these are maybe the low budget Steam games and stuff like that, and games that we have probably never heard of, never played and stuff. But something like Hotline Miami 2, that was a title that I actually recognised as being in there, and that actually made its own headline about a month or so ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, my point is that I want to ask you guys: what the hell is Australia doing? Like this? Why are they saying no, people? You can't make up your own mind on whether or not this is too violent. We're making it up for you. What happened to the whole?
They're protecting the innocence of the children.
It's an 18 rated game. Good.
Exactly.
Children can't buy it.
But they will.
What this really winds me up like the wrong way. Like something that video games are an art form, just like a book is, or art. It's art itself, films, TV, all of that stuff.
They over censor films and so on out there as well, don't they? They just have a high censorship. Full stop.
I think they do.
They do, yeah. I mean, they are very, very, very conservative. I think it's just anything that's a bit borderline is we don't want it.
But surely now though, if I was an Australian and I got told I couldn't buy this game, I would go out of my way just to get it, download it illegally or something like that.
Yeah,
because it's not illegal.
That's why a nation founded by convicts does. They find the illegal route.
No, the reason they have to find the illegal route is because they make everything illegal. Realistically, everyone in Australia is innocent. They just keep making too many things illegal.
Yeah.
But
they're turning the country, they're turning everyone into criminals.
Back into the penal colony it used to be.
Yeah. I don't know. It really rubs me the wrong way to tell people that they're not smart enough to make their own minds up for them.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think you're absolutely right. We've had this.
Yeah, I think for the most part you are right. There's probably a few. There's probably
possibly the worst thing you could ever say to Matt. In the most part, Matt, you're always right.
Yeah.
There's probably something in amongst that list that really should not make it out to the public.
There are certain things,
you can guarantee there's some sick and twisted thing in there that shouldn't get that far, or something that's actually promoting extreme terrorism or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a few things.
ISIS the video game or something. Then
I agree with you for the most part. It's you shouldn't censor everything.
Yeah. Well, they're not censoring. They're just.
To be fair, it's not as if everything gets through in the UK or the US, is it? I mean, countries do ban games.
That's what I'm saying.
And we don't have comparable figures for the UK, but it does seem like a lot.
It does. On the plus side, though, for all of our Australian viewer that we have, Hotline Miami 2, even though you can't play it, I will actually be playing it tomorrow for our Let's Play. So, little plug in there. You guys can determine for yourself whether or not it's too violent. Spoiler, it's not. I mean, there is blood in there, and a bit of intestines all over the floor, but same as any game, more or less.
Wasn't there some supposed rape?
I think there's
thing?
Yeah. When I was starting the game up, I don't know because for the Let's Play I didn't get that far into it, but it actually says there's scenes of something about sexual content. Do you want to skip these scenes? And you can say yes or no.
Oh, okay.
I said no.
Obviously.
I was like, sexual content? Yes. That's pretty creepy. I was like, I'm very, I'm very switched on about, what's real and what's not real.
Yeah.
I know it's just a video game.
It is just a game.
Yeah, well, should we move on to the game?
I think we should. I think we should. Yeah,
we'll move on to the game.
That escalated quickly.
Lego Jurassic World is first up on our games list this week. We spoke about it a couple of weeks ago, being out for, I think at the time I said pretty much every platform. Obviously, when I said that, I didn't include the Wii U because that version is out now. A couple of weeks later, I don't think you were here when we filmed this one, Ash. I think you were sleeping or something. So
sleeping.
Was that the one where we couldn't get hold of him?
Yeah.
Until we decided he was dead.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, we decided he was dead, and then like 2 days later, I saw like his car like smashing, and I was like, well, maybe he was in like a car crash, and I feel like a bit of a dick now. But he was fine. So
it was fine.
Lego Jurassic World. Did you played this yet? Do you have any intention of playing? I know you are probably the biggest fan of Lego games here.
I probably am. In fact, I was having a conversation only a couple of hours ago with a friend of mine about Lego games, which is really weird. And he's playing Lego Jurassic World at the moment. I asked him, tell me what you think of it. I might pick it up. Personally, I still think of the most recent Lego games, I've got Batman, the Batman ones, the Hobbit one. I still think Marvel Superheroes was my favourite. But I do probably want to get on this one. I like the Lego games. They're
funny.
They are fun.
There's good.
They're
comedy.
scripted well. They are, and they're just easy to play.
I agree. I want to understand how this game works. I need to find someone. Maybe what you can do is you can get your friends to start subscribing and following to us, and then they can comment down below about how it works.
They can. I will mention it to them. I will.
Yeah. So there we go. That's out there for you Wii U owners. There's probably about almost as many Wii U owners as we have viewers, so maybe we should partner with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Seeing as we're all expert Nintendo, I think Nintendo ninjas they're called, people that are
they?
Nintendo experts, yeah. I want to be a ninja. I could be a ninja. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the Supremacy DLC is now available on your PlayStation consoles, PS3, PS4. It came out Xbox a month ago through the exclusive partnership that Microsoft had, which coincidentally, going forward, PS4 and PlayStation are now going to own. And that was discussed at E3, which I thought that was quite interesting.
It is
wasn't
interesting.
It? Like a big, obviously Sony are getting maybe more and more into bed with Activision after Destiny and now Call of Duty. Those are probably two of the biggest games. Like they'll be top 5 sellers every year. So it's a pretty good move from Sony's part, but I bet it costs them a lot of money.
I should think it's a few pennies, yeah.
So that's there. You guys gonna download that? I know you've both played the Advanced Warfare.
I like the Advanced Warfare game. I did. I don't know a lot about this DLC specifically. I'm not a big DLC fan. Once I've played a game, once I've done the campaign, and I move on to my next game, I don't normally go back to it.
Yeah, no. I'm kind of the same in some respects. Like some DLC is good. I like the standalone stuff, or sometimes like some missions maybe for different characters that like seemed interesting in the main story, but you didn't get enough. Like I know the Batman one, there's going to be some Harley Quinn DLC where you can actually play as her, which is quite interesting. Sounds quite cool.
Yeah.
But this is going to be all maps and stuff online, which
of course it is.
None of us care about.
Right, exactly.
So, anyway, Whispering Willows, PS4 and Vita.
Yeah.
This is a kind of like an adventure game where you control a girl character in what only appears to be a haunted house. Mm-hmm. But there's kind of an element here where she can kind of, her spirit can leave her body, which enables her to go through parts of the mansion that otherwise she wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
Looks really creepy, especially when the spirit leaves the body and you just see the body like with the spine like bent back, and she's like, it just looks really weird.
It is. It's.
I don't say that often about a video game, but it did actually look a little bit creepy. But I don't know if you guys have an urge to pick up Whispering Willows.
No.
I don't have an urge to pick up Whispering Willows, no. I think, again, it is, that we see so many games at the moment with the sort of puzzle aspect to it, and I think, this is just another one of those that's got that.
If you like puzzles, you might like Bombing Busters as well. That's basically Bomberman the rip-off. It's basically the easiest way I can explain this game. It looks like Bomberman. It's even got the word bomb in there, and
It does exactly the same thing.
It does the same thing, pretty much. I'm struggling to add anything else to it.
Yeah, there's not really much more to say than
There's
that.
colours. It's on the PS4. Costs about £5. Scrabble for the Xbox One.
If you don't know what Scrabble is, then...
If you don't know what Scrabble is, then words fail me. Come on, I'll wait for the applause there.
Nah.
Or the laughter, or just at least the pity sigh.
The pity.
I gave you that.
Yeah. So Scrabble, yeah, it's... I don't know. The nicest thing I could say about Scrabble on the Xbox One is I hear it's a very easy 1,000 gamer score game. Equivalent of Platinum, basically. An easy Platinum game. So yeah. There you go. That's the incentive to pick up Scrabble. Like, who's going to want to play Scrabble on the Xbox? We're seeing a lot of these, aren't we? We have board games. We have, like Monopoly, Trivial Pursuit, a Risk. We saw a Risk one as well.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like a move, basically, to try and get the kids to actually sit down for family time and do a board game. But the only way you're going to do it is if it's on the TV.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense, I suppose. I saw this video which really, really angered me. They had the original Game Boy that they were giving to like little kids now and telling them what it was and stuff and like how to play on it. And they were confused about the idea of the fact that they were like, "Is this a phone? Can you make calls on it? Like, how do you check like your social media stuff?" Yeah, like and stuff. I was like, "Do you not just download the apps to it?" Like they're speaking like they've never seen this thing, like this big ugly monstrosity, and I was like, "Oh, just kill me now."
What you actually mean is you felt old.
I felt really old. I mean, I know I'm old, but that made me feel really old.
Yeah,
it's depressing, and like it's only going to get worse.
Oh yeah.
What we think is correct and right and the best way to play games will just be complete alien to people in a few years.
Yeah. I know, when you plug yourself into the console.
That would be the day.
Matrix style.
I can't.
When you are in the game.
I can't wait to jump off my sofa in order to be Batman going across the city.
You do that already.
Well, yeah, but this time it will actually work in game rather than me just like hitting the floor for no reason. Rounding out the games this week, we have Quiplash, which is from the same guys over at Jackbox. This is if you played Don't Know Jack or Fibbage or Drawful, those sorts of games. Fun little party game, available on the Xbox One. PlayStation 1 should be coming. I couldn't see it on the PS Store when I was looking yesterday, but it will be there soon, if not already. Cards Against Humanity, the game, is the best way I can describe this. It gives you a statement, and then you use your smartphone or tablet.
It's probably a little bit more freer than Cards Against Humanity because you can pick whatever answer you want rather than
picking from your cards.
Yeah, it's more open, isn't it?
So yeah, it looks fun game. 8 players, but it's been very designed with Twitch in mind because you can have up to 10,000 spectators of your game, and basically you post your answers, and whichever answer gets the most votes wins.
Yeah.
So similar way to Cards Against Humanity. Looks like a fun little party game.
It does look like a fun party game. I think if alcohol was involved, it could be more fun. Yeah.
Everything is more fun with alcohol, though, let's be honest.
It's probably something you'd have to play with people you know quite well. It's not one of those where you could invite your in-laws round.
And then start typing in naughty things like... Anyway,
let's not... We've already said...
What's your pick of the week then, guys?
I think it's going to have to probably be Lego Jurassic World. I think, like I say, I'm pretty sure it's a game I am going to be picking up at some point. It'll probably be one that I wait to come down to sort of £15-20 and pick it up then. But for me to say I won't be getting it is
a lie.
Yeah.
Dan?
Quiplash.
Yeah.
I always like to look out for little random like multiplayer games and so on.
Yeah, mine's the same. I'm Quiplash this week. As much as I am a word demon, Scrabble. Quiplash is just a little bit more up my street than Scrabble is, which probably says more about me than you need to know. But
yeah, with words that I use such as puzzleish and whatever else I said.
I'm pretty sure that would be like a quadruple point word.
Yeah, it's
double Z's.
I don't think it's a word, but
oh well. There we go. That's it for this week, I think.
Yeah, another fairly quietish week on games, but
it's the summer lull. We've had E3 now, so in terms of news, there's not going to be any big announcement, because if you had a big announcement, you made it at E3. People aren't releasing games just yet. We got big release next week in Formula 1 coming.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think we've got Rory McIlroy's golf.
Yeah.
Which Ash will be super excited over. And then we start getting into maybe Madden season, and then we're not a million miles away from Metal Gear. So it's picking up slowly but surely. It's good for me though. I want to finish Batman, amongst other things.
Yeah, ditto.
So everyone out there, thank you for watching. Leave us any comments down below about any of the news that interests you this week, or any of the games that you have played, especially Jurassic World. Let me know, how does it work, because I still don't understand. I mean, I could read stuff on the internet, it's not that difficult, or watch a video, but I'd rather someone just tell me.
It's nice to get people's thoughts. Yeah.
It is always nice to get your thoughts. So leave those below. Ash, Dan,
cheers.
Thank you as always.
Thank you.
Everyone out there, we will see you next Monday.